Hi, welcome back to the channel. No racing today. It's actually more of an update on my health and things. Some of you might have seen that video that I put out towards the end of last year, but most of you not, which is fine, not a problem. Yeah, an update on my health. Unfortunately, last year, towards the end of the year, I got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So I have cancer in my sternum, my lung, my hip, and my brain. But we'll get onto that in a minute. In the update, I said I was hoping to start treatment, which I did my first course of treatment in November. Unfortunately for me, it didn't go too well. It was, we say the first 2 weeks, I felt like death warmed up. When I wasn't feeling like death warmed up, I was being sick a lot. And it got to the stage that even when I thought about food, I was being sick. And it took me about 5 weeks to get over that session of chemo. So, kind of, it wasn't great, unfortunately. I have had a bit of a complication to that. And that complication was 2 years previously, I had acute myeloid leukemia. And the treatment for that was a year's treatment of a form of chemo. So, that was already in the background of me. So this bout of chemo, my body didn't take to it very well. But that was me. So if you know of anybody, or if you have been diagnosed with cancer and you get offered chemo, please do not take my experience as it happens to everybody. Everybody reacts different to chemo. If you're going through it, or you know someone going through it, give them the support through it. Don't say to them, don't do it. Give it a go. Everybody, like I've just said, everybody deals with chemo differently. For me, it just wasn't the thing to do, because it would have been treatment every 3 weeks. And in 6 months' time, we could have found out that the chemo I was having wasn't actually having any effect of the stage 4 cancer, because of my previous experience with chemo. So I've taken the decision, after a lot of thought, that I'm not carrying on with treatment. What that means for me in the future is, how long's a piece of string is how long I've got, really. I'm not going to lay down and let the cancer take me. I'm going to be the stubborn old bugger that I can be. I will carry on sticking my middle finger up to it for as long as I can. That's my attitude to it. Kind of, and that's the only attitude I can have with it. Also at Christmas, when I was making the decision not to carry on, it was confirmed that the suspected cancer I had in my brain, because I've also got secondary progressive MS, which I've had now for 20 odd years. And they weren't too sure whether it was MS or the cancer to start off with. So I had an MRI scan, and from that they found, first of all, I'm quite shocked they found my brain. It's not always in my ears, or when the two particles do hit, it's very rare. And the second part is how they found it is beyond me, because it was 3 millimeters in diameter. But they decided that, yes, it was more likely to be cancer. So between Christmas and New Year, I had a procedure done to me called gamma knife surgery, which is laying in a machine with a helmet on, kind of thing, having 200 odd beams of radiation, or gamma beams, whatever you want to call it, being beamed into me to hit that 3 millimeter spot in my brain and basically kind of burn it out. I should hopefully find out in the end of November, when I have another scan, of whether that was successful. The side effect of having the gamma knife surgery is that I now have a very, 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 very small chance of having a seizure. And in the UK where I'm from, that means I cannot drive for 2 years. So, if I hadn't had treatment, I still wouldn't have been able to drive because they found something in my brain. So that, it was going to be a stop anyway. So I've had to say kind of goodbye to my car. So thank God that I've got a sim rig so I can keep driving. So yeah, at least I can still drive. I mean, it's been quite hard. I live in quite a rural county in England. I've been driving some sort of transport since the age of 15. Tractors, motorbikes going on. So yeah, that's not been the great thing. So I've got rid of the car. I've handed back my driving license because the chances of me being around in 2 years, yeah, like I said, it's a bit of how long's a piece of string. So yeah, that's been quite tough to deal with. Also, just before Christmas, I started having problems with my stomach and my bowels, to the extent that now I can't actually go very far from a bathroom, and we'll leave it at that. I'll hopefully be starting some tablets this week that will help with that. We're waiting for some tests and from a scan and some biopsies that were taken to come through to find out what's going on there. So yeah, it's been hard. I mean, I've not been able to leave. I mean, I went to the hospital last week for a scan, and that was the third time I'd left my house since the start of the year, because I just cannot go far from a bathroom. So yeah, kind of it's been a tough couple of months, and the cancer is there. I'm hoping that I can get my stomach and things sorted out, so that leaves me to kind of be as strong as I can to carry on being a stubborn old git and keeping my middle finger stuck up to the cancer for as long as I can, because I'm not going to lay down and just let it kind of take me. It's going to have to work for that privilege, I'm afraid. So that's where I am on my health. And I just kind of wanted to get across, if anybody watches this that's going through the process of being diagnosed with cancer, or has cancer, or knows someone that has, please give them the support, as much support as you need. The support I've had from friends and family has been brilliant. And just kind of, be there for them. Let them talk to you. You might not have to, you're not going to have the answers for it, but just be there. What's helped me a lot is doing the YouTube videos. I just lets me take my mind away from what's going on with me. So if you stopped in and watched one of my videos, if you've watched it for 10 seconds to the whole video, then thank you. I'm not doing this video to plead for people to subscribe to my channel. I don't really care, to be honest with you. This channel has only got a certain lifespan. I'm doing it just more for me to give myself something to do, because the last thing I'm going to do is sit in a corner and take the cancer. And I just enjoy it. If you're getting enjoyment out of my videos, then thank you. So yeah, this is all literally is just an update saying, kind of where I am. If you know people that are going through the same as me, then, you don't even need to sit down and be serious with them. Just buy them a drink, or, just phone up and check how they are. And, that means as much as anything. So I think on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. And if you do pass by my channel again and you sit down and watch a little bit of it, then thank you very much. If you don't, then, don't worry. So yeah, thanks again and goodbye.